I'm Shirley Jones, and this is Gemma Wenger's Hollywood.
Academy Award nominee for The Godfather, so that's probably what you're best known for.
Boy, I'm pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and four-time Golden Globe Award nominee.
Yeah, I never win anything. Just like getting awards and no jobs. I'd rather get a job. They're going to give me a piece of glass.
I know.
can't eat
You eat
glass.
regular
Oh,
that way.
nice.
God bless. Thank you.
God bless you. You take care.
How about a kiss goodbye? Adios.
Hello, I'm Martin Landau.
Hi, I'm Florence Henderson, and you're watching Gemma Wenger's Hollywood.
I'm Gemma Wenger. You're watching Gemma Wenger's Hollywood. We're here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills, and we're at Night of 100 Stars. And it's so exciting to be here because so many of these celebrities have been through so much. They've endured so much to get where they are, and just to talk with them and allow them to express their heart, it's such a blessing. So I'm so glad that you tuned in, and I know that you're going to enjoy the show. This is the awesomely talented Ed Losey, and what are you looking forward to tonight about this event?
Well, we're looking at about 120 stars arriving for the 26th annual Night of the 100 Stars, and we've moved to the Hilton, as you know, from
I love it.
hotel. Yeah, and we've got Vince Vaughn coming tonight, and Gary Marshall's here, and we've got all different age brackets. We have some young 16, 17-year-olds that are on Disney shows, and then we also have people like Tara Reid and Ian Zierling and Lou Ferrigno and Bo Derek, all cast members of Sharknado's 3, the funny sci-fi crazy movie. So yeah, we're looking for, well, it's always something new every year.
What's your favorite part of this event? What do you like the most?
The most when it ends.
Rob Steinberg from 12 Years a Slave. And what was the best part about making that movie?
Well, first of all, when you read the script and you read the book, you knew it was going to be special. I mean, I don't know if we knew we were going to win Oscar, but I think if everything fell together the right way, we really thought it would be in contention. Plus, it tells a story people didn't know. People didn't know they were stealing and kidnapping free black men from the North and selling them in the South. It was a horrible experience that he went through, but thank God he was literate and he was able to tell the story, because there aren't that many personal accounts because slaves weren't allowed to read or write.
So you're saying education got him out of the situation and he was able to stand up for himself?
Well, I think he was well loved by the people in the North, and the character I played, Mr. Parker, is the guy who comes down and saves him. So he was able to, get a letter to the North, and my character was able to come down and bring him back to his family. Stand up for him, because he couldn't really stand up for himself.
What was it like being in a movie that has gotten so many awards?
Well, it's definitely exciting because, now my claim to non-fame is that I am the least famous hero in an Oscar winner ever. No one stops me. No one says, hey, weren't you the guy that saved the slave? Aren't you Mr. Parker? No. And so there's, I guess, hidden benefit and a hidden sadness in it, in that, maybe I'm not recognized, but at the same time I get to keep playing wonderful characters and doing great work.
I'm sure people recognize you, but they're just real quiet about it.
Well, that would be nice. So if you do recognize me, you don't have to be quiet. Come and say you love the movie.
That's wonderful. And you're a fantastic actor. How did you get that way? What characteristics do you have that have made you successful? How'd you get the part?
Well, first of all, I auditioned like any normal, regular actor would audition. And I didn't start acting until I was in my 30s. I used to manage heavy metal bands in the 80s. So when I decided to act, it was after a very bad car accident and I had a lot of time to rest, recuperate, go through surgeries, and think. Of course, my mother blames the head injury on the decision to become an actor. And, you know, mothers are always right.
Of course, of course. Well, that is wonderful. And your advice?
Advice for up-and-coming actors, I mean, stick to your dream, follow through, study, and keep working at it. Make it your passion. If it's your passion and you can't do anything else, then this is what you're supposed to do. But if it's not, then consider something else.
Well, thank you so much. It's been so wonderful talking with you.
Nice talking to you, too.
This is Blanca Blanco, and she's in the movie In Dubious Battle with James Franco. What was it like working with him?
He's such an amazing director, and he was an actor in the movie too. It was just amazing to work with him. He's so amazing as a director. I was very honored to work with him.
Tell us a little bit about your role in the movie.
Well, it takes place in 1930s, and it's based on a novel. And so it took place in the fields of, apple picking. So I was an apple worker. Selena Gomez was also an apple worker.
Very beautiful apple worker.
Yes, Vincent D'Onofrio was another apple picker, and same as James Franco. We were all working as apple pickers. And so James was very inspired by my father's story, that he, because to be able to hear stories about, like so much pain, you're picking apples the entire year, and then your hands are damaged, from the cold or the hot weather. So he was very, he was very inspired by my dad's story, and then how real it's looking in his movie.
How did your childhood inspire you with this movie, and what did your childhood really teach you? Because it sounds like it was difficult.
It taught me that education is important, and I went straight on and I got a master's degree. I did psychology and social work, and I did acting at the same time. But I did earn a master's degree, and I did therapy for a while. I was a mental health therapist. And so my childhood taught me that without education, you can't really advance in life.
So now you're doing the acting, but you also have the education to fall back on.
I wanted to have my education back, so I always had a plan B, because I didn't want to repeat history.
Why do you feel that you're successful in the acting business?
Because I do have a business mentality. I get business done. I don't just talk and not do anything. I'm very focused, and I set goals to myself and I do them. I figure if I survive my childhood with severe poverty and criticism, I will survive this crazy industry.
That's amazing. And what do you want to tell the youth of America?
Don't lose hope. If you have a dream, stay focused. You're going to have challenges. That's a given. We all do. But just treat that as a challenge. Don't let that stop you. Because stopping is not going to change anything. It's just going to make you depressed.
So excited to interview you today. You've had such a long and varied career. What was your favorite part? What are the highlights of your career? What did you like the most?
Okay. Well, doing The Sting with Robert Redford and Paul Newman was great. And The Way We Were with Barbra Streisand. Getting nominated for Best Actress Oscar for Anna with Paulina Porizkova, 1987. Being in Revenge with Kevin Costner and Tony Quinn. Being with Jim Carrey and Bruce Almighty, playing Johnny Galecki's mother in Roseanne. I'm about to play Melissa Leo's mother starting next week in a movie called The Most Hated Woman in America about Madeline O'Hara, who took prayers out of the schools. And she started the American Atheist Association, and she was killed, dismembered. It's all a true story, and we're doing it all.
How do you feel about that? I mean, I think her son is now like a born-again Christian, but she was actually, you're right, the one who took prayer out of the schools.
Yeah, they had a hate-love relationship, mother and son, and it doesn't surprise me that he's a born-again Christian. I'm an ordained minister when I'm not being an actress, so God is everything to me. But so I was disturbed when I heard that you could no longer pray in the schools. But I must say the script is brilliant. It's brilliant. So we shall see.
What's it like being an A-list actress? I mean, what's it like being you?
It's great. I started in 1960, and I've done 217 films in 56 years.
What's the secret to your success?
Energy. Always having a lot of energy to do the next thing and then the next thing, never taking no for an answer.
Never taking no for an answer. What does that look like?
That looks like sometimes being pushy, but putting it out, putting who you are out. Self-promotion. I'm nothing if not a self-promoter. I did my own campaign for Anna that I was nominated for. So, and
I'm highly impressed.
Well, you know, I've been asked by Kevin Costner, Diane Ladd, Martin Landau to assist them in their campaigns because they were so blown away that I did my own campaign. I mean, Vestron helped, but basically it was me around the clock. And I think if you're proud of something, you've got to make sure the whole world knows it and sees it.
What has been your greatest personal victory?
My greatest part?
Personal victory, like in your own personal life.
I was pronounced dead from drugs in 1966, and here I am.
Oh my goodness, talk about...
I haven't done any drugs since 1975, but back in '66 I had done too much LSD with Andy Warhol.
Oh my God, you were pronounced dead. What happened? They just revived you?
My heart stopped, my lungs stopped. I was taken to Metropolitan Hospital where they blew me up like a balloon, did a tracheotomy in my wrists and my ankles with tubes, and I was in a coma for many days. And then I came out of it. It's a long story, but there's a woman named Betty in my life, and she snuck her way into my room and started screaming at me that I couldn't die, that she wouldn't let me die. So when I came to, the doctor said, "Who is Betty?" And I couldn't talk because of the tracheotomy, so I wrote on a piece of paper, "She's the woman who loves me more than anybody." And they said, "Well, you better thank her."
Oh, that's so beautiful. But now you say you didn't stop doing drugs until 75.
I'm an ordained minister, and I have been since 1975.
So that turned your life around.
Yeah, it's called the Church of the Movement of Spiritual Inner Awareness.
So your faith in the Lord and prayer helped you overcome that addiction.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
What's been the greatest highlight of your career?
Well, the greatest highlight of my career, wow. Well, I've been in I worked with great people. You know, being able to come to an event like this and see people being honored, or even meeting fellas and girls that I haven't, well, in their 60s, that I haven't seen in years. It's just, for me, the greatest joy of this business is the work and the people I get to work with all over the world.
What's been the greatest personal victory that you've had, that you're personally proud of?
Overcoming shyness and, you know, emotional kind of, just, you know, whatever you want to call it, getting really emotional about things that I feel I wish I could change, or I wish I could do something about. A lot of it is helped for me by going to work on a film with other people and really focusing on the work as an actor. And when I saw the films this year, there were so many great scripts, so many great issues were being dealt with. Will Smith's performance in Concussion was so beautiful, taking a part of our life around us that we take for granted and making it uplifting, like the story about the Catholic Church. People really doing great things all over the world through the Catholic Church, except a lot of the areas of abuse and things like that. It's not just the Catholic Church, it's people being made aware, and through institutions like schools and churches and synagogues and temples and mosques. That's where we can make changes among our being able to relate to each other better. And we have a country that's built for that. And with our arts, our movies, we can show those stories to bring us closer together. About anybody, any faith, any culture, any religion. we can tell our stories in this country. Not enough of it is being shown in all the different ways and areas, but I still get to work on them. I've done films in Spanish, I've done films in Italian, I've been working all over my own country in different communities, and they're not the biggest films in the world, but they're good, and I'm proud of them. So keep.
That's wonderful. What is your greatest concern? If you could change anything in the world, what would you change?
Oh gosh, I think with our use of carbon fuels right now is being really clearly shown to be damaging in a lot of ways to our earth and to people, and the use of all of the, the business itself has grown so big it's overwhelming to making changes, and that's the hard thing. Too big to fail. That's really not a good sentence. That's why I love Norby. Norby Walters, he'll come right out and tell you, we're never too big. Never.
Right.
Part of why I'm here. I think there's just great people. No matter what you're doing in this business, what area you feel you're in, look at you. You're doing something right now that's.
I'm trying.
Get people together, and it means a lot.
I think you're best known for CSI Miami. What other things have you been doing?
Another role that was well known that I enjoyed very much doing as well was in The Sopranos, the mafia boss, Annalisa Zucca, going toe-to-toe with the late and wonderful James Gandolfini. I've done a lot of TV shows, and a lovely film as well, Passionata, that was directed by Dan Ireland, playing mostly Colombians and Cubans and Puerto Rican ones, but I'm Greek and Italian.
You just seem like somebody to me who's had a really good life, like a really happy life. Am I right?
Yes, that's true. Thank you. That's the greatest compliment anyone has ever given me, that I look like that. Thank you.
Well, it's just something that I just perceived. Just like your parents, you just had a good childhood.
Yes, my mom is. No, I didn't have the easiest childhood, but it's not how easy you have it. It's what you make out of it. It's not the stresses, it's how you handle stress. It's not the obstacles, it's how big your dreams are. Okay? So, and if you have faith in God, and you wake up every day just grateful for things. I take power walks, and I spend in my 45-minute power walk at least a half an hour being grateful for things, just filling up with oxygen and love. I think love is what shines through. People say, how do you keep so youthful? You look like 10 years ago. Well, first of all, I gained 10 pounds, and that always helps.
No, you haven't.
Oh, yes, I have.
You look fantastic.
Fills it up. Thank you.
Any advice that you could give that you'd like to share with us?
I remember when I first arrived from Italy, it was 22 years ago. I was at a traffic light. It was actually here in West Hollywood. And I looked to my right, and I saw this older gentleman, maybe 80, 90 years old, with a stick sitting on a bench. And it changed my life, because I looked over to him and I said, when I'm your age, I want to be able to look back on my life and say that I've done something amazing with it, that I've had a great adventure, and it's been just such a great ride. He did that for me. And I lived that. I didn't choose the easiest path, but it's been a great adventure. Just have big dreams, have hundreds of them, so that when 10 come through, that's still more than the average.
You have a lot of faith. Where does that faith come from?
God, my mom, she's the love of my life.
She's probably very proud of you.
I'm very proud of her.
You've had kind of a long career. What are the highlights of your career, your favorite things?
Well, I started a company Vanilla Fire Productions that does documentaries for the military, because my dad was at the Pentagon for 20 years. And in fact, Kenny C and I did a duet called Coming Home that was in Return to the Philippines. So we're on our 6th film now. We're going to make like a 6-pack for the military. And so Tammy Cash does a lot of patriotic songs, like, you know, the national anthem, because every time we roll out the red carpet for one of our military films, you know, sing God Bless America, you know, different songs like that. So I just feel really good about, you know, supporting our troops, and I love you, Dad, and, you know, everything is down home, feel good country.
You're on a local channel also in Santa Monica.
Yeah, Channel 16. I was the news anchor there for 10 years. And also there's a show all over Los Angeles called Metro Motion. It won an Emmy in 2014. It's about public transportation. So, you know, ride a horse, save a cowboy.
Ride a bicycle. So what are your favorite things about being in the business?
What I love the most about being in the business is that every day could be that magical day that changes your life forever. You know, when you get that phone call or meet that person or get that part or get that role or record that song, you know, whatever you do.
You know, you have so many great personality traits. What do you think is your best personality trait that's really made you successful?
I think being quirky, I guess, not afraid to fall down. I don't know, people, Max Worthington of the LA Comedy Award says I'm a real life Lucille Ball, because I don't know, I guess I'm kind of vulnerable. You know, I'm a little bit naive and to a fault, but it can be really funny sometimes, you know, being gullible, and especially here in this town, you got to just laugh at it sometimes, you know.
Do you like to do comedy?
I love comedy. In fact, the LA Comedy Awards is coming up on November the 9th in conjunction with the LA Music Awards, so very
wonderful. Well, I'm so excited about your career and all the great things that you're doing, and I just love your energy.
Thank you so much. I want to give a big shout out to Johnny Cash up in the sky. I'm his niece-in-law. He's my uncle-in-law. You know, I grew up in the South, and my mom's sister married into his family, so.
Where in the South?
In Arkansas.
I love Arkansas. It's beautiful, all the trees, and, you know, it's a very interesting place.
Yeah, so the South will rise again, y'all.
So what brought you to LA? The acting?
It's about time. The reason I came out to LA is because I always wanted to be the next Mary Hart on Entertainment Tonight. So
you kind of look like her.
Thank you. So getting to, you know, interview the stars here at the Night of 100 Stars is like the same, you know, same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, getting
only a little different.
Stars, yeah. Anyway.
You're interviewing tonight?
I am.
Oh, good. Well, thank you so much.
My 11th year. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's wonderful to see you, and you're just...
Lori Walters, and thanks Ed Losey and everybody here at the Night of 100 Stars. I love you.
Yakov Smirnoff on PBS with a one-man show
called Happily Ever Laughter, and it's at 8 p.m. on March 5th, this coming Saturday, on primetime television. And it's funny, and it's educational. It tells you how do you sustain laughter in your relationship. Yeah.
You mean like a marriage relationship, a friendship?
Any relationship, because in the beginning of a relationship, there's a lot of laughter. And then people don't know how to sustain it. So the relationship falls apart. So I teach how to do that. And it works. And it's interesting because men and women are very different. It took me a while to figure that out. You know, I did a lot of research on this. I went to college, got my master's degree in psychology. So I'm serious. This is a very cool show.
So it talks about the differences between men and women and how to deal with them?
Yes. Yes, because men want women to come with instructions.
They don't.
No, they do. They do. But do you know any man who ever read instructions? No. So they
men don't listen.
They don't listen. Yeah. But women talk a lot, more than men do.
They do.
In the beginning, we kind of listen and we pay attention because we want something. But after that, we don't listen anymore. So women speak 20,000 words a day on average, and men 7,000 words. And so he by the time he comes home, he used up all of his words. That's why he grunts. He's saving some words for emergency, like to order pizza. Yeah. So, and women's got 13,000 words more to go. So there's the other balance thing that awareness need to come first, and then people can make adjustments.
So if you have a situation where your woman is upset, she's mad at you, what do you do? As a man, what's the best thing to do?
Listen. I mean, she doesn't want to be, because we're designed to fix things. But woman doesn't want to be fixed. She wants to be heard. So, guys, 3 words that you need to know to improve your relationship. When she's talking and you want to say, are you done? Don't say those 3 words. Let me give you 3 other words. Tell me more what you need to say. And then you'll have a lot more fun.
Tell me more. And then if it's your fault, what do you say?
It's never our fault. No. It's just you keep wrong track. Yeah, you're on the wrong track.
Where does like apology come in?
Oh, yeah. I'll give them another one. When you say, I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings. And that would work beautifully, right? Whether you're right or wrong. So at first I was against that concept. It's like, if I didn't do anything wrong, why should I say I'm sorry? And then I realized that it's like a magic sword that I have to slay the dragon that is going to kill me. So if I say, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings and kill the dragon, I'm all good.
It's an expression of love. Whether you did it or not, you're showing love and caring, and that's what women really want, is love.
I think so too. But we speak different language, so we don't understand that. So that's what the show is about. It's called Happily Ever After. And
are men trainable?
Yes, I am.
Train your man?
Yeah.
Can you train your woman?
I think they need to be trained before you come in. I don't think a man and a woman should train each other. I think they should be trained by someone else.
Maybe model. They can be models for each other. Model the appropriate way they want to be treated.
You would know what he needs. It's totally different species.
You have to learn.
You need to learn his language, he needs to learn your language. It's like I'm from Russia. Если я бы говорил с вами по-русски, вы бы не понимали, что я сказал, right? Right. So I'm saying if I spoke to you in Russian, you wouldn't know what I'm saying. So I need to speak to you in English. So that's the same thing between men and women. You wouldn't know what I'm saying if I spoke to you in a foreign language.
So they need to speak the same language.
Mine, yes.
And I'm willing to learn.
Oh,
you're a doll. I'm Gemma Wenger. Thank you so much for tuning in to Gemma Wenger's Hollywood. We've had such a great time with all these wonderful celebrities and just getting to know them and go deeper. And the important thing is that you're encouraged, that you're lifted up, that if these people can achieve, and they're on the red carpet, you can achieve your goals and dreams and visions if you never give up, if you never stop. So continue to endure, continue to persevere. It's going to get better. God bless you, and I love you. I'm Gemma Wenger, and you're watching Gemma Wenger's Hollywood.